Good evening, and welcome to CAB TV. My name is Brianna Jameson.
And I'm Joshua Perky.
UVA-Y's Vice Chancellor of Information and Chief Information Officer, Keith Folks, will be leaving WISE at the end of the month to become the Chief Information Officer at Centre College in Danville, Kentucky. Folks has been a member of the UVA-Y's community for 6 years.
In his time here, he, along with other members of the IT department, planned and built the data center in Smitty Hall. Folks said, "It has been an event-filled 6 years. It's been my pleasure to serve the campus community here, and I believe with the leadership that's in place now, there are huge possibilities for the future."
Folks was selected for the new position in February after a nationwide search. His last official day on campus will be April 30th.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports. I'm Theo Winfield.
And I'm Antonio Penn. The men and women's tennis team finished their season last week as they both suffered losses in the quarterfinal of the Mid-South Conference Tournament. The women's finished with a record of 7 wins and 7 losses. The men's team finished with 6 wins and 9 losses. Brianna Staller was named to the Mid-South Honorable Mention All-Conference Team for the women, and Vlad Akaminko was named to the Mid-South Honorable Mention All-Conference Team for the men's.
The baseball team lost any hope of making the conference tournament this year as they suffered 3 losses to the Rio Grande Red Storm this past weekend. The Cavs season came to an end on the 23rd after losing to Virginia Intermount. As of now, the Cavs' overall record consists of 10 wins and 26 losses, with 6 of those wins coming in the conference play. A highlight of the season includes a win over 12th nationally ranked Lindsey Wilson. This is the last season that the Cavs will compete in the Mid-South Conference.
East Tennessee State University will be starting a football program which has been shut down since 2003. Philip Fulmer, former University of Tennessee coach and College Football Hall of Famer, will serve as consultant to the ETSU athletic director throughout the process. The decision to restart the football program was made after a $125 student fee increase was approved by the Tennessee Board of Regents and the ETSU Student Government Association. The increase is expected to generate about $2.5 million.
In the upcoming months, school officials must find a coach, a playing field location, and conference affiliation. East Tennessee State University President Dr. Brian Nolan says football is American tradition. It builds school spirit, it builds school pride, and it builds engagement. Engagement with our students, with our community, and with our alumni. Thank you. This is Theo Winfield with Cavalier Sports.
And I'm Antonio Penn. Enjoy your evening.
Students living on campus will see an increase in their housing fees starting next year.
According to Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration Sim Ewing, housing fees will increase by 7% next year due to the cost of operation as well as a lack of funding provided by the Commonwealth of Virginia for student housing.
Ewing does not expect there to be an impact on the students due to the comparative cost of housing, saying, "I did not think it is realistic to state that one component affects enrollment. As every institution uses a different model to determine cost, a wise shopper would review the total cost of attendance. In this manner, the college remains one of the least expensive schools in Virginia."
Right now, all residence halls except McCrary will see an increase of $410 per year, and McCrary will increase by $355 per year. Students can expect that housing costs will continue to increase each year.
Hi, I'm Morgan Elder. I'm here with Sim Ewing, Vice Chancellor of Finance for the University of Virginia's College at WISE. And we're here to talk today about the rise in tuition for next semester. Why will tuition be raised for next semester?
Well, the tuition is going to go up because we have to continue to provide for the cost of high-quality education. From fiscal year 2008 to fiscal year 2011, we received a 36% cut in our state funding. And so we've been trying to make up for that. But also understanding the cost associated with students and their needs. And so we were required to submit a 6-year plan to the Commonwealth of our finances 2 years ago. And at that time, we had anticipated that based on what the Commonwealth was requiring of us and what we knew costs were going up, that we would need to do an 8% tuition increase this year. Due to some additional funding from the Commonwealth we had anticipated and some additional cost efficiencies that we've developed internally, we've been able to keep the tuition increase to 5% for this year.
So, what type of things would like the increase go towards, like scholarships or? Well,
scholarships are funded out of a totally different pool, although we do put $50,000 that we had set up a few years ago to do from our tuition revenue into scholarships. The two main things that's really coming about with the tuition increase is of the 5%, about 3.6% addresses the required faculty and staff pay increases that the Commonwealth has dictated. And the Commonwealth funds those on a 60-40 fund split, 60% from the Commonwealth, 40% from us. So 3.6% of the increase goes directly towards that. Last year, we began a 6-year plan to address increase in faculty salaries so that we could retain and recruit best qualified faculty possible. And that takes up additional 1.5%. So just those two items bring to a required need in tuition of 5.1%. We're doing 5%, and we're going to address other things to take up for the additional costs of operation in other areas outside of tuition increases.
Should we be expecting a continual rise like this, of this extent, in future years?
Well, I think that you will see tuition increase every year, mainly because we're required to do additional things. There'll be additional fund splits that we have to do. We know that the CPI, or the Consumer Price Index, is going to go up, and we know that the Higher Education Price Index is higher than the Consumer Price Index, and the Consumer Price Index is about roughly 2% right now. So that's just, it takes 2% more money just to operate just where you are. So I think it is fair to say, and the other thing that's important to realize is that each state funds their higher education in different ways. Some states operate under a low tuition, high state model, and other states are high tuition, low state with high financial aid. Virginia's the latter, in that Virginia's always been a relatively low funding state with high tuition, but then they also provide for high amounts of financial aid.
The increase was originally set at 8%. However, due to several new sources of income for the college, it was reduced to 5%. Student fees will also increase by $176. For in-state students living on campus, the total amount of increase is $952.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Brianna Jameson.
And I'm Joshua Perkey.
Have a great day.